live. World. Hello, world. Welcome. Welcome back. Can you hear me? Welcome to the Chuck Levin's Live studio. We're bringing this back. Chuck Levin's Live. It's been almost 2 years, I think, since we've done this thing. And being that it's our 65-year anniversary this year, and we just started to kick it off, we figured, let's just do this thing. Let's bring it back. If you're live on Facebook or YouTube, welcome back to the party. We're here. We're here to have a wild time. We're going to talk about gear. We're going to try and do this weekly. We're going to talk about new gear, what's happening in the store, what's happening in the industry. We're just going to vibe it out. Yeah. Bring new guys in. I got 2 guys here that are they're just new guys here in the company. We're going to see if they know what the hell they're talking about. We got some new Chuck exclusive gear we're going to check out. We got all kinds of things going on. So without further ado, let me introduce Johnny.
Hey.
One of our new members of the Pro Audio Department at Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center. And we're going to start talking about some new gear. It's not newly announced, but we just got our first shipment in. Yep. Really exciting piece of gear in the pro audio world. The Yamaha DM3 series just came out. Brand new. Super cool. 2 flavors. Johnny, tell us about the DM3. What do we got?
So, like you said, there's 2 versions of the DM3. We got the non-Dante and we got the Dante version. For people that need Dante, like let's say you want to hook up some Dante equipment like the Shure QLXDs, the ULXDs, the Audient, the ADX series, and also the new Sennheiser gear, you can incorporate that into the board.
Yeah. So DM3 on the screen right now. There it is. Blow it up a little bit so I can see it because I'm old. So DM3 right here. The S is the version without Dante. The D is the version that comes with it. It's a really slick mixer, and it's hard to get too excited about a mixer these days, but Yamaha really did something thoughtful. It's a great box for production companies, corporate gigs. It's also great for streaming. It's a really high-quality mixer. Mm-hmm. It's made of metal. The construction is solid. It's kind of like the Yamaha TF series, right?
Yep, exactly.
So Yamaha TF series, very much like a live board, a little more beefy in a lot of aspects, more inputs on board, more faders, etc. But this takes kind of the guts of it and soups up the internal aspects of it and makes it a little more compact, right?
Exactly.
This can fit in your backpack. You can take this thing with you and do really high-level corporate gigs.
Yes.
Without things being too complicated.
Exactly.
Right? But if you want to get crazy with it, if you really want to take things to that higher level of audio, it can do that too. It's a pro board. It's not really an entry-level digital mixer. It's a professional digital mixer that's just priced really great to solve a certain problem. Yeah. Super cool.
Yep.
Super cool. Yamaha, great job. It's pretty hard these days to come out with something that really shifts the world in pro audio, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Staying on the topic of pro audio, because you're here, there's 2 other things that Emery doesn't even know that we're going to talk about today, but I figure we'll just throw them out there. So the QSC L class, right? QSC L class just announced. We just got our first taste of it at the NAMM show last month, and they should be arriving here next week. Johnny, tell us about the L class.
The L class, the thing that captured my attention from the L class is the rigging. The rigging, simple, one person can literally rig up 16 line arrays.
It's wild. We're gonna have this thing set up in the showroom in a couple weeks. It's pretty crazy, and in the production world, and you're gonna do weddings, mobile DJ. You're gonna be setting line arrays up and down.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Game changer. Yep.
It's pretty. That's 2 game-changing products in pro audio.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool. And the last one is just a brand announcement to the world. I'm gonna cheat. We're gonna announce this in a cooler way, but hell, we're here right now. Bass Boss. Bass Boss is coming to Chuck Levin's. Johnny just lit up for that. Johnny, why do we love Bass Boss? Why are we gonna love Bass Boss? What's the deal?
Bass Boss is a completely different animal when it comes to their subs. I've personally worked with them, and honestly, I've only worked with the first generation. And when I saw the MK3 boxes, that it includes their own networking, basically like RDNet, but Bass Boss. I'm pretty excited for it. Haven't fully got in my hands or gotten to work with the new stuff, but I can't wait when they come in. The MK3 series, they're waterproof also, so it's a great box, and also the price on them, it's great.
It's a serious new line.
Yeah.
You know, huge subs. There aren't many companies out there that make a quadruple 21-inch subwoofer called the Kraken.
The Kraken.
That we may have to have. We don't have one on the way, but if enough people make us do it, we might have to do it. So, you know, the Kraken. Think about it. If you're out there, you're watching, Kraken, cool, come on. But we'll have them out. Come on in, Bass Boss. We'll just like shake the whole building, and we'll just like, you know, rock your socks off.
Might get a noise complaint from the city. I don't know.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
More noise complaints. What else? Is there anything else in the world of pro? Is that all the things in the world of pro audio? Emery, what else do we have that was new this week? What else are we talking about? Throw something up on the screen, man. Give me something. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Oberheim just announced this week, because it's Super Booth this week. We got a couple cool synth things that came out. So Oberheim dropped the OBX8 desktop module.
Oh, nice.
The Oberheim came back to life last year, which was super cool. From the family behind the Dave Smith and Sequential Circuits family. They worked very closely with Oberheim before he passed, and they brought this brand back. Extremely cool. And so the OBX8, massive, I think it's like a $5,000 beast synthesizer, really phenomenal. The desktop module takes away the keys, shaves off some bucks, brings that Oberheim sound to a more affordable price point. Still a banging synth, still really top of the game. So great job, Oberheim, you're awesome. What else do we have? Some Super Booth. What else is happening in Germany right now? Don't leave me hanging, Emery. Boom.
Boom.
I'm most excited about this one.
Okay.
Teenage Engineering, quirky, fun, weird company, but everything they make is top tier. Super top class. It doesn't get any classier. All right.
Okay.
This is called the TP7, which is like a miniature tape recorder. That little wheel there will spin like a tape recorder, like a real machine. That little widget on the side, you can speed it up and slow it down. So you have a really badass portable recorder, internal memory, internal microphone, and it's part of Teenage Engineering's Field series. So they re-released or not re-released, but they upgraded the OP1 last year, which is their flagship synthesizer, to the OP1 Field, really focusing on going out in the world and creating music and sampling and just kind of being out in the world. And so they have now fully fleshed out the Field series. They recently announced the CM15, which was their really high quality portable. It's a USB and analog microphone. Again, part of the series, so you could plug it into the OP1 and sample at a really high level and do some cool stuff. And now you have the tape recorder with it, so you can get some really cool, like weird tape recording sounds and speeding it up and slowing it down and all kinds of cool stuff. Nice. So really cool, super portable, but just like extremely high quality, all metal construction. They're not inexpensive, but that's not where you're buying it. It's cool shit. What else? There's one more, right? We got one more piece from Super Booth, right? That just dropped, maybe. Boom. There it is. The Roland S1, which is part of their new compact series. So this is like a baby SH101. So you got your 80s style synth sounds in there. And this is built on the same sort of architecture that the Boutique series is built on. So it's like modeling analog architecture, which that's a whole other stream. We'll nerd out with you later on that one. But $199, super high quality, cool little synth, battery operated, portable. It's fun. It's awesome. It's kind of in that same vein as like the, what are the Korg ones called? The Volca series. Same idea. Small, compact, little sync, little MIDI sync, little, maybe you can incorporate it into like a Eurorack rig or something like that. So really cool stuff. Roland, good job. And yeah, that's a little update from the Super Booth in the tech world. Is there any other? Do you have any other secrets back there, Emery? Nope. All right, we're gonna switch gears, Johnny.
Awesome. All right, thanks for having me.
If you're in the pro audio world and you need to talk gear, Johnny's your guy.
Yeah.
Just come by and see Johnny. Look at that, following the camera. Look at us. Look at these guys back here. You can't even see them. We got these guys behind the scenes. We got Sam and Emery rocking the cameras, making it happen. Andreas, we got our second new guy. This guy's even newer than new. Andreas, new guy on the web team, new guy working in guitars, and we're going to talk about some new Chuck exclusive gear that we have recently brought into the shop. So I mentioned at the beginning, this year is Chuck Levin's 65th anniversary. 65 years is the Sapphire anniversary. So that is the theme that we've run with, and we've been working really hard to come out with a lot of exclusive gear to Chuck Levin's, which we have deemed Chuck exclusive for all of this awesome gear. And before we get to the magnificent piece that Andreas is holding, there's a couple other things that I'm going to point out real quick that have already come out, that are available now, and we have a lot of other things coming along with them. So right behind me here, this. We'll start with this. We made the Sapphire series of Latin percussion congas and bongos. Sam, give me what we did. Tell me the makeup of what we did.
We took LP's super popular Galaxy models, the Giovanni Hidalgos. We did a set of 3 congas, Jumbo Conga Quinto, which is kind of the most popular trio. And then we also did a matching set of bongos in this awesome sapphire blue that's exclusive to us.
That's it. So the full conga rig with the bongo matching set, all in exclusive, Chuck exclusive sapphire blue. Yep. We blasted through the first set of the congas. New announcement, super cool. We got one more batch coming of the Chuck exclusive conga sets. So if you missed out on the first round, second round is coming. The bongos are still here. It's hot. It's spicy. It's Chuck exclusive. All right, the next one. If you missed the drop earlier, you're not too late, because the second shipment of these just arrived today. Mark Bartel is a phenomenal amp builder up in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Legendary. You can watch our previous streams with Mark from a couple years ago, and even the announcement that we did just a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. But we have a full run of Mark's amplifiers, again in a beautiful sapphire blue finish, and even more so, these are not just his normal amplifiers, but he's added a couple little spicy features in there, not to mention that the knobs do in fact go to 11 on these amps. Extremely limited run. If you are familiar with Mark Bartel's amps, they are hard enough to get anyway, mm-hmm. and we are fortunate that he has made some time in his production schedule to make these for us. It's really cool to work with someone, a maker that has that reputation and is doing this with us in partnership, and it's really cool. And that's what you get for being around for 65 years. That's what we do. That's what this is about. And that can bring me to the next one, which Andres is holding right now, which is another phenomenal builder, fantastic human, a friend of the store and a friend of us, Tom Bedell, Bedell Guitars in Oregon. I think they are some of the most fantastic acoustic instruments on the planet.
Yeah, for sure.
And Tom Bedell is kind of the Indiana Jones of like finding just unique and impressive and responsibly sourced woods. Yeah. To do. So Andreas, tell us a little about the Seed to Song, the Chuck exclusive 65th anniversary model we got here.
Yeah, so actually this one I'm holding here is actually the Dreadnought model. We actually have 2 models available. We have a Dreadnought and a Parlor. Both with the same tone of wood. So on the top we have a spruce top with a figured maple back and sides. Very pretty instrument. Very, very pretty.
Wow. Wowzers.
For the neck, we got a nice also maple neck. Not as figured, but still just as beautiful. And as for the fretboard, just classic ebony fretboard. Does the thing, man. This thing is gorgeous.
Does the thing. That's for sure. Let's hear it, man. Let's
hear it.
Let's mic it up. Let's hear it. Let's do this thing. love it. I don't. I think it's pretty hard to make a guitar that's that much better than that.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about, again, you know, a craftsman at the top of his game, and if Bedell makes 300 instruments under the Bedell name in a year, that is a good year for them, and that they have, again, afforded us the time in their production schedule to make us these for our anniversary. Really appreciative, really special. We are honored to have them, and we hope that if you are in the market, you'll come in and check them out, because it's a dream. It's really cool to play, and just like all the little details, the binding, and just everything is really great. It's got a K&K pickup system in it, so it's the deal. Speaking of guitars and other Chuck exclusive things, we have more recent arrivals. Last couple years, reactive loads have been super hot. Friet has been at the top of the game. And so another builder that we have a long-standing relationship with, that we just said, hey man, we got to do something wild.
Oh yeah.
For the 65th. And so we did. We have the 65th anniversary Chuck exclusive Friet. We have the PS100 and the PS2A. Badass pieces. You want to rip it and not piss off everyone in your neighborhood, this is a great way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really super cool.
Yep.
Don't need to go too much more in it. Limited edition blue faceplate. Only place to get them. Chuck exclusive. Since we're here, part of the anniversary fun is that we're dropping limited edition swag, merch, all year long. We're just getting started. Chuck Levin started in the 50s, and every month for the rest of the year, we're going to respect and honor a decade that is part of our history. So to kick it off, we started with the 50s. We reimagined the store like the 50s. Cool limited edition 50s logo. Limited edition t-shirts only available this month before we discontinue them and get ready for next month's drop, which is going to be the 60s, and so on and so forth. Available at chucklevins.com.
Oh yeah.
Super hot. And now on to Chuck exclusives that are not part of the 65th anniversary, but they're here and they're awesome. So, Andres, let's go behind you and pick up these last two axes we got back here. Here. You can hold this guy.
Oh, this beautiful bad boy. All right.
Which first?
I'm a sucker for a good Jazzmaster, man.
Talk about it. What do we got here?
Well, Chuck exclusive Jazzmaster relic. This appears to be a nice heavy relic.
What do you call this? Age Olympic
white?
What is that? What it is? Or age vintage white?
I think it might be vintage white.
Vintage
white. Yep.
So Carlos, our guitar department buyer and manager this year, we were inspired by the Fender Custom Shop. I think it was like 2 years ago, and they dropped an entire run of everything was seafoam green.
Yes.
So they did one of every model. Really cool seafoam green. Kind of tied it all together, and we loved the idea. So we've now done 3 runs like that so far with the Fender Custom Shop. We have our Chuck exclusive 65th anniversary Sapphire Blue run. And we have the vintage white run here as well. So we have Jazzmasters, Tellys, Strats, basses, Jaguars, the whole range. One of each model, but part of a family too. So it's really cool. Pick guards that we love. We're really attached to these ones, and they nailed it with the color. Absolutely stellar. And this Jazzmaster in particular is cool because a customer came in this week with an original one in the same color, and so to see the two instruments side by side, to see what the Fender Custom Shop is able to do with a new Custom Shop instrument and kind of recreating the soul and energy of an original, they are top of the game. Yeah. It's awesome to be part of. And speaking of top of the game, another brand that has just been a dream to work with and has just keeps blowing our minds with stuff that comes out is Spectre USA. This here is a finish that Carlos worked on with them we're calling this Harlequin. Is that what this one? Or no, this is just the pink one. Pinkish hue.
Pinkish hue.
Pinkish hue. If you get the reference, good for you. But just outrageous. I mean, I think we have 2 bases in this finish. Each one's going to be unique in its own right just because of the nature of the wood and the color and the staining like that. Spectre, absolutely top of the game, and we have way more coming from them this year, so stay tuned. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, Spectre USA, on fire right now. Did we miss anything? I got one more thing. Is that it?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, well, in that case, probably the most important piece of gear in this whole thing, Chuck Levin's fanny pack. Boom, everyone needs one. Everyone wants one. Chuck Levin's fanny pack, exclusively available, chucklevins.com. Get yours, because that's what it's all about. And with that, I think that's enough for our first round of Chuck Levin's Live. Look, we're going to try this out. We're going to try and be here every Friday. We're going to try and be here every Friday, 2 to 3.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to recap gear from the week. We're going to talk about new gear.
For sure.
We're going to talk about old gear. We're going to have guys like Andres and Johnny coming in and sharing about new stuff. We don't know. If you guys want to see things, let us know, because we're here to do awesome stuff. So,
Totally.
good job. Good job. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week.